What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Brian and today we're going to do something fun and new. We're going to try out a new concept here and I'm going to call it at-home EDC. Now on this channel, if you know me, you know I basically do anything and everything that suits my fancy, that I feel like doing. This channel is a hobby for me, and so I really just do anything under the sun that comes to my mind. I have videos on this channel called OCD, for Obsessive Compulsive Design, where I go over interesting things that I find fascinating from an engineering perspective. This is kind of in that vein, but we're going to do something a little different. We're going to call it at-home EDC because the EDC community has people who really do carry stuff every day, and then it has a large segment that I will acknowledge that I fall under, which is people who are fascinated by overbuilt, high quality, over-engineered products, but that don't legitimately put everything in their tool bag or pocket or whatever to carry with them everywhere they go. And this is one of those tools. So I have lost my good flashlight. I had one really good flashlight and I lost it, I misplaced it, and so this holiday season I picked up a new one, and it is this one right here in hand, and let's just jump right into it. This is a CWF Charles Wiggins flashlight, triple Aught design, mini turbo Topo edition. Alright, so this flashlight came to me packaged like this. It says CWF Mini Turbo on it. CWF Mini Turbo Topo TAD Edition Brass. This came in 3 different colors. I got the last one that was available. The other 2 had sold out, so this is brass. It is a titanium body, LED, OS RAM. Honestly, I don't know what any of this means, and that's part of why I'm calling this at-home EDC. This is a case where I actually did not do any research. This is a $560 flashlight, and there's an element of everyday carry that I'm willing to acknowledge, which is basically that I don't need to know everything about everything and do all the research to know that I like this because I think it's cool, and I therefore, because I'm spending my own money, am okay with buying it without knowing everything about it necessarily. I've used this for about 2 weeks now, and honestly I am blown away at the output that this light can produce in such a small form factor. And I know that LED technology has really evolved and gotten to something crazy where, you know, $50 flashlights output 1,000 lumens. The fascinating thing about this flashlight, when I looked at it, it did not show the lumens. It talked about candela. And I researched what that actually meant, and it means that it can throw light very far with a very directed beam, and that is absolutely what I have observed. So I have no idea what the lumen output of this flashlight is, but it is a 55,000 candela light, and it is extremely bright in the center. So I'll actually overlay a video of me using this flashlight at my parents' property, and I don't know the distances, but I can just tell you for such a small form factor, you can kind of see here. In fact, let me go get a ruler real quick. For such a small form factor, this light can throw extreme distances. So this is 4 inches long, and you can see it right there, 1 inch in diameter at the top, and maybe 3/4 an inch in diameter at the back. The triple Aught design edition I think is just super cool with how it's got the topographical pattern overlay and the brass ring right here. I think this is just such an amazing looking flashlight just to look at. To hold in hand, it feels incredible. Weight, I need to find weight. Let me go get my scale. Weight is 4 ounces, so it's actually incredibly lightweight if you did want to carry this with you. I have carried it with me on occasion. It's not something that I religiously bring with me, but the form factor is extremely compact, and the punch that it packs for its form factor is truly, truly impressive. The over-the-top icing on the cake is just how absolutely gorgeous this piece of hardware is. Even the clip, I mean, just look at the clip on this thing. It's just a work of art. And the laser etched triple Aught design logo, along with the topographical pattern and this brass ring, it's just an extremely beautiful, beautiful tool. So in terms of using this and the control, this flashlight is really pretty sophisticated. It's got its own sort of computer on board, and you can program it to do various things. You can program it to strobe. You can program different power modes for how bright the light is as you click through it. I'm gonna get the terminology all screwed up, but it basically has 1 click for on, 1 click for off, and then half clicks to kind of switch the modes while it's on. So you can see there I'm cycling through it. We are in moonlight, and then I don't know the percentages of the mode that it's in, but you can see it kind of gets brighter, 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 and then back to moonlight. I did set this up to have memory, so the thing about programming this, it's honestly a little bit tricky. I read the instructions. I still have some issues kind of getting it into the right mode consistently and doing what I want to do with it, but I can demonstrate real quick how to get it into the programming mode to start. You have to half click 15 times in a row. Now that is a lot, and the half click is a little bit tricky, so I don't always get it right. Sometimes I half click and I end up turning the light off, but let's see if I can do it here. There we go. So you see now it's in the programming mode, and it's basically doing these flashes, and it's letting you know kind of what option you're in, and you can make selections like that. I'm not gonna get into that deeply on this video. It would take half an hour to explain it all. But the one thing that I did do is I set this flashlight up to have memory. And that means that if I turn it off and turn it back on, it's gonna come back to this last setting that I was in. So if I set it up in the brightest, and then I turn it off, when I turn it back on, it should be in the brightest setting again. And I personally really prefer that. Otherwise it would go to moonlight mode, and to make it bright again would take 5 individual clicks. So overall, really impressed with this. It is a super steep price to entry, but it is built in the USA. It does have a titanium body, and it is what they self-describe, but I agree with, a heirloom quality flashlight. Now, LED technology changes a lot very quickly, but I do believe that this is upgradable, and the core elements of this you can keep and use for a very long time. From a usability perspective, engaging with this, just the kind of feel that you get unscrewing and screwing this bulb back on if you need to replace the battery, it's just so satisfying. It's just so precision machine. And you can see from a power perspective, 1 battery was included. It is a Vapcell F12 14500 1250 mAh with a cap on top. And I don't know anything about these, so I just went and bought more of the exact same thing directly from Vapcell. So that's the thing about buying a light like this, is you have to actually plan it out, because not everything will be included. So you have to understand what you're buying. I bought extra batteries. I bought 4 extra batteries, and this is an unprotected cell, which means that there is no computer built into this battery, and you need to therefore have a smart charger to charge it safely. So I also bought a smart charger directly from Vapcell, and Just wanted to make sure I had everything I needed to be able to use this kind of anytime I wanted. It kind of sucked at first because it came with one battery and I didn't know when the extra batteries would arrive, so as much as I wanted to play with it and kill the battery immediately, I had to be a little conservative in my use of this. All you got to do if you want to swap batteries out, you can kind of see right there, unscrew it, pop a new battery in, and then this is the part where I'd recommend being extremely careful, is just with the threading. I mean, it's so precise, it's so kind of perfectly machined, but you don't want to cross thread this. So I super take my time to make sure that initial threading gets started smoothly, properly. And it's a little hard because of the spring. You really got to make sure. There we go, it's not cross-threaded. And then it's just so satisfying. It's just so smooth as it tightens up. Really is an incredible feat of engineering, really impressive light. The other thing that I got that I'll show you is this Mama Hanks carrier for this. I forget the exact pouch size, but I reached out to Mama Hanks directly via their Facebook group, and he strongly recommended this one. I wanted a Velcro top closure, and he recommended a pouch. This pouch works extremely well. So you can see right here, it just fits right in, and bam, that's it. You throw this in your pocket or wherever you want, carry this with you, and the flashlight is protected. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'm not gonna throw this freely into my pocket with keys or other things. As durable as it is beautiful, and I'm not looking to take a $560 flashlight and beat it all up or scratch it all up. So, you know, you buy yourself a $30 pouch, and now you can take it anywhere just like you would otherwise, very efficiently, and feel comfortable that it is protected and it is gonna last a very long time. So this is a new series. I don't know what you guys are gonna think of it. Kind of growing pains, so to speak. I'd love to get your feedback. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments. I would love to hear from you because I've got a lot of other interesting EDC items that I can share going forward. And so that's all I've got for this one. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you at the next one soon.